double double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake, eye of a newt and toe of a frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble. Wanted to talk to you today about the coexistence of light and dark. And this is a reflection on magic and perspective. And to start off with, the reason why I'm going into this discussion is because in one of my last videos, I kind of talked a little bit about the interplay of light and dark. And this permeates our understanding of magic and morality, embodying the duality inherent in existence. From white magic to black magic, and from healers to necromancers, these concepts invite us to explore the complexity of good and evil. The belief that these forces must coexist challenges us to appreciate the subtleties of our moral compass. As we navigate this landscape, it's essential to recognize that our perceptions of morality can be highly subjective. This video is going to delve into the rich symbolism of water and dreams, the personal experiences of our faith, the scriptural insights that illuminate the nature of divine love. We can examine passages from James 5:16, Luke 18:10-14. We can better understand how God's unconditional love guides our journeys. Ultimately, acknowledging the coexistence of light and dark not only enriches our spiritual lives, but inevitably it deepens our connections with others. So let's go into the duality of magic. Magic is often viewed through the lens of duality. Sorry, I can't talk. Categorized as either white or dark based on intent and effect. White magic typically embodies healing, protection, and benevolence, serving to uplift and empower. In contrast, black magic is frequently associated with malevolence, manipulation, and harm. However, this binary classification probably oversimplifies the complexity of magical practices, period, and their moral implications. Just as light and dark coexist in nature, the realms of good and evil can intermingle within the same practice. This perspective encourages us to respect the rich traditions of magic itself, recognizing the roles of healers and practitioners across various cultures. Each path has its own significance, highlighting that our understanding of magic can only be both expansive and intricate, because we must embrace the duality and we can foster a more nuanced view of magic and the morality that comes therewith. So let's go into the subjectivity in morality. Our understanding of good and evil is often shaped by personal experiences, cultural backgrounds, and societal influences. What may be morally acceptable to one individual can be completely and entirely utterly unacceptable to another. This subjectivity is further complicated by the assertion that certain actions may not align with divine will, as referenced in various scriptural texts. For example, James 5:16 emphasizes the importance of confession and prayer in the context of healing and communal support, indicating that our moral frameworks can be informed by collective experiences. But similarly, in Titus 3:8-15, this encourages believers to engage in good works, highlighting that our actions can reflect a deeper understanding of righteousness. These scriptures remind us that morality is not a rigid construct, rather it's a fluid concept that can evolve based on our interactions with God as well as others. Embracing this subjectivity encourages humility as we navigate our beliefs about right and wrong. Ultimately, it challenges us to reflect on how our perspectives may influence our understanding of what we really think goodness is. So let's go into the symbolism of water and dreams. I had a dream last night about a lot of water. Water serves as a powerful symbol of emotion, subconscious thought, transformation, and often, when this appears in dreams, this signifies deeper truths. Recently, I dreamed of swimming from North America to South America, a journey representing courage in facing formidable challenges. This act of swimming through vast waters illustrated my willingness to confront fears and push beyond perceived limits. Yet my hesitation to venture into the Atlantic Ocean going towards Europe or Africa revealed boundaries I was not ready yet to confront. Such dreams encapsulate the struggle between light and dark, illustrating the duality within my own personal journey as well as in your personal journeys. In this context, water symbolizes the ebb and flow of our emotional states, the cyclical nature of life, reflecting both turmoil and serenity. By recognizing these symbols, we can gain insights into our inner lives, the challenges we face, because water teaches us that embracing our emotions is essential for growth and understanding. We have a lot of work to do in our shadow selves, and the more that we do it, the better we become. So, in another dream, going towards evil forces, I found myself fleeing from a deluge that symbolized chaos and external threats. This flooding represented the challenges and evil forces that we encounter in our lives, which can often feel overwhelming. The dream emphasized the importance of resilience and the need to acknowledge our achievements, no matter how small. Just as James chapter 5 verse 16 encourages believers to pray for one another, our struggles against these forces can foster a sense of community and shared experience. The act of running from evil in dreams mirrors out our real life battles against negativity and despair. It reminds us that while darkness may exist, our ability to persevere and seek support is vital, and we look for goodness in one another. Moreover, we should recognize that overcoming such adversities leads to personal growth as well as a remarkable transformation. Celebrating victories amongst chaos can inspire hope and resilience, empowering us to face future challenges and inspire others to acts of bravery as well as goodness. What about faith as a source of power? For me, this has been a key thing throughout almost all of my life. And for many, faith serves as a vital source of strength and empowerment, guiding people through life's complexities. My faith in God is foundational, providing me with a sense of purpose and direction. Much like a cleric in a role-playing game who draws power from a divine source, my spiritual connection empowers me to navigate the interplay of light and dark. This unwavering nature of God's love reinforces the belief that we can rely on a higher power during difficult times. As articulated in Luke chapter 18, verses 10 to 14, the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector highlights the importance of humility in our spiritual journeys. This humility opens our hearts to the transformative power of faith and allows us to approach life with compassion and understanding. We can't let our ego get out of control, and we recognize that God's love for us is unconditional. And this fosters a deep appreciation for the magic within our lives. God is always there for us, and He is just waiting for us to come back to Him. By grounding ourselves in faith, we confront daily challenges with courage and clarity. This is how faith works for me, and this is my strength. Now, there will be other dangers along the way, particularly energy vampires. While exploring the nature of magic, we must also confront the darker aspects that can arise from human interactions. Some individuals, often referred to as energy vampires, may seek to exploit others for their own personal gain. These people can drain our vitality, leaving us feeling depleted and vulnerable. Understanding this danger is essential for self-preservation as we navigate relationships and spiritual practices, because much like the protective rituals that are employed in white magic as done by Zulu Sangomas, it's important to be aware of the forces that seek to harm us. While not all magic is malevolent, caution is warranted when interacting with those who exhibit harmful intentions. By establishing boundaries, we safeguard our energy and well-being. We cut cords, we erect barriers that keep these people who don't mean us well out of our lives. We want to make conscious choices about whom we allow into our lives. And if we want to remove someone from our lives, we firmly state our intentions and we speak that into the universe. What about cultural perspectives on healing? Well, diverse cultures around the world offer rich traditions that emphasize the importance of healing and protection. Practices such as Vodun, Hoodoo, Santeria reflect the unique ways individuals approach magic and spirituality. These belief systems can often integrate elements from African, indigenous, and Christian influences, creating a rich tapestry of cultural heritage. The role of healers, like the Zulu Sangomas, highlights that healing and protection are not inherently negative. They can serve vital components of spiritual practice. In other words, not all witches are bad, even though that's a kind of a loaded word that we use in the society. We have enlightenment and understanding, and we embrace cultural diversity by understanding our perspectives on magic and morality have room for growth. This appreciation encourages us to respect other practices and the belief systems that inform them. Freedom of conscience is a thing, and cultural insights make us have a more inclusive understanding of the human experience. To that, we reach cycles of life and destiny. Remember that life unfolds in cycles rather than moving linearly forward, and each offers valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. As we move through these phases, we learn to navigate the complexities of our existence. For example, the Tarot's Fool card symbolizes new beginnings and the courage to embrace the unknown, inviting us to step into fresh experiences. Recognizing these cycles are essential for personal development encourages us to reflect on our journeys. Just as Titus chapter 3 verses 8 to 15 emphasizes engaging in good works, we can view our experiences as opportunities to contribute positively to the world. Each cycle offers lessons that equip us to face future challenges with resilience and confidence. By celebrating victories and learning from defeats, we honor the process of ultimate growth. Understanding that life is a web of interconnected experiences of destiny and fate can inspire a sense of purpose and belonging. Life just isn't quite simple. It's not all about black and white. What about divine love? Now, how does that factor in? Well, it becomes a guide. At the heart of our spiritual journey lies the profound concept of divine love. God's unconditional love serves as a guiding force, leading us to meaningful experiences and relationships. This love reassures us that we are never alone, even in our darkest moments. Through faith, we can find comfort, confidence, and strength to overcome any obstacle, reflecting the grace of God in our lives. I can't underscore the importance of that. The transformative power of love invites us to extend compassion to ourselves and to others. By recognizing that everyone's on their own journey, we cultivate empathy and understanding. This awareness encourages us to celebrate the shared human experience, finding beauty in our differences. Ultimately, God's love illuminates the path ahead, guiding us forward towards growth and fulfillment. It's not all about fire and brimstone. It's not all about being chastised that you're not a good Christian. There's much more to the story that goes on than meets the eye. The coexistence of light and dark is an essential truth that enriches our understanding of Christianity, magic, morality, and the human experience. By embracing the duality of existence, we can appreciate the complexity of our spiritual journeys. The exploration of scripture, personal experiences, and cultural perspectives invites us to reflect on the nature of God as well as the dichotomy between good and evil. Understanding that our perceptions of morality can be subjective fosters humility and empathy in our interactions with others. As we navigate life's challenges, we can draw strength from our faith in one another, as well as the divine love from the Most High God that guides us. Ultimately, it is through this balance that we discover the magic inherent in our lives and the transformative power of unconditional love. By celebrating both the light and the dark, we embrace the fullness of our existence and the opportunities for growth it presents. In short, when I made the previous video about don't take a witch home to your parents, this wasn't the general condemnation of witches in general. Far from it. This was just a word of caution that sometimes when you get involved with another person, there may be many reasons why this person may not be a suitable partner. For one thing, if this person means you harm, that's no good. It's just as terrible if you're a woman and you have a man that beats you constantly, you know, engaging in domestic violence, but yet he claims to be Christian. That's no good, right? Because if you're Christian, you would know better than to harm a woman, to put her hands on her, because that's just not appropriate. It's not appropriate for a woman to put her hands on a man either, even though sometimes our society might laugh that concept off. Both male and female are deserving of boundaries, are deserving of respect, and are deserving of protection. So too with witches, it must be. If you're a witch who does things in the world, and that's, like I said, it can be a loaded term based on how society sees it. But if you're the kind of person that maybe has a very special connection with nature and God, that's well and good. If you're using that to benefit the world, to help life, to make things better, then there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's perfectly fine because this is something that's blessed by God itself. But if you're using your witchcraft to then sort of hurt people, steal from them, take their good fortune, make them unhealthy, maybe even cause them to possibly die, then what are you really accomplishing? This is not good witchcraft. This is someone who's taken a tool, right? Because a gun is a tool as well. I can be a police officer and hold a gun at my side, and I use it to make sure that we have an orderly society and that people are protected. So that I know that if I point that gun, criminals need to stand down for whatever reason. But if I abuse that situation If I'm just an officer who just has personal vendettas and I walk up to people randomly who've committed no crime and I shove my gun in their face, that gun has now become a tool of evil. So too with witchcraft here is the point that I was getting at in my previous video, is that if you are dealing with a witch who means you no good and is using her powers to invade your dreams, to try to kill you even, because there was a particular dream I had involving a witch where it was like I was being strangled. And when I woke up in real life, I realized that the cover was wrapped around my own neck and that I was somehow unwittingly strangling myself in real life as well, which is why it felt so real. And so what you get from that experience is that that was an act that was malevolent and it could have caused serious harm. If that's the kind of witchcraft you practice, I'm not down with that. I'm not cool with that. And no one should be. Why would you willingly praise a witch who's seeking your destruction, who's seeking to steal from you, who's seeking to harvest you? None of these are good things. So if you're using witchcraft for that person, yes, I have a problem with that. But if you're the kind of person that is just casting spells, maybe about protection and healing and making the world a better place, I have no issue with you. And I'm sure that the wonderful gifts you've been given by God are between you and God. If you like this message, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. It's a safe space. All are welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate and love you all so much. You make this channel great. In the name of the Most High God, I wish you health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance, blessings, and protection. And remember, as we approach this Halloween season and Sam Hain is coming upon us, let's be careful out there. Have a great day.